Hello and welcome you once again in this new session of history. Today we are going to start with the same lesson, that is the first phase of the Indian national movement. In our last session we have read about the leaders of our national movement. Then they formed the party. This was National Congress Party. Their reforms, their economic reform, their constitutional reform, their administrative demand, their methods of the early nationalist, their first setup method, third, second setup method, their achievement. Now we will start with the criticism of the early nationalist. The early nationalist has been criticized on the method used by the early nationalists of passing the resolution petition were criticized as an inadequate. They depend on the generosity of the British instead of relying on their own strength and challenging the imperialist method. They failed to realize the British and the Indian interest clashed with each other. Britain was using India's resources to increase its wealth, and the third one was the easy nationalists failed to draw the masses into the mainstream of the national movement. Official attitude towards the Congress. In the beginning, the British government looked upon the Congress movement with the favor. In fact, a few government officials attended the first session of the Congress and took part in the deliberation. The Congress members were invited to the garden party of Viceroy Lord Dufferin in Kolkata in 1886 and the Governor of Chennai in 1887. But the official attitudes soon changed, and the Congress now they should devote itself to the social rather than the political affairs. However, instead of being a tool of the hands of the authorities, the Congress gradually became the focus on the Indian nationalism. In 1887, Lord Dufferin attacked the National Congress in his speech and ridiculed it as and representing only a microscopic minority of the people. And British officials criticized this National Congress as a violent villain or a disloyal baboos. And in 1890, the government employees were forbidden from participating in the Congress deliberation or attending the meeting. Realizing this threat, they started the policy of divide and rule. They encouraged Sayyid Ahmad Khan and Raja Shiva Prasad of Benares and other pro-British individuals to start an anti-Congress movement. They sowed the seed of communalism between the Hindu and the Muslims on the one hand and between the Indian masses and their leaders on the other hand. They followed the policy of granting minor concession to put down the growth of nationalism. However, their policy of repression and the hostility made the Congress more powerful. And now some more important prominent nationalists were. One was the Dadabhai Naoroji. Dadabhai Naoroji from 1825 to 1917 was born in an Parsi family. He was known as an old man of India, grand old man of India. He was from the Parsi family and he worked as a professor of mathematics in Elphinstone College at Mumbai for the 10 years. In 1855, he left the teaching profession and went to England as a partner of a firm in 1869, and he returned to the Mumbai and was elected as a municipal corporation, Mumbai Municipal Corporation, and later of the town Council. He founded the Bombay Association, edited the newspaper Rast Goftar. He started the magazine Dharma Marg Darshak. He started the movement against the Vernacular Press Act, and his contribution was he was an unofficial ambassador for India in England. Dadabhai was looked upon an Indian unofficial ambassador fighting for the cause of this country. In 1865, he founded the London Indian Society in collaboration with the W.C. Banerjee and publicized the grievance of the Indians in the British House of Commons in England. He was the first who passed the ICS Indian Imperial Civil Service examination in England, and in 1866 he founded the East India Association of London. His role in the Congress was Dadabhai's role in the Congress was praiseworthy. He took an active part in the foundation of the Indian National Congress and was elected its president thrice in 1886, 1893 and 1906. On the self-government, boycott, Swadeshi and national education was passed by the Congress under his presidentship. He said that the Congress want a self-governance or a Swaraj like that the United Kingdom or the colonies in 1806. He exposed the economic ills of India. Dadabhai's view on the Indian economics are given in his work entitled The Poverty and Un-British Rule in India. His famous drain theory explained how India's wealth was being drained to England through various ways. Gopal Krishna Gokhale was born at Kolhapur in Maharashtra in 1866. He was the professor of history and economics in the Ferguson College. He was the man who brought the Mahatma Gandhi back to India. He joined the Deccan Society founded by Justice Ranade. On the behalf of the society, he went to England and propagated the Indian views in the Welby Commission. He was awarded by the CIE a companion to the Indian Empire. Gokhale became the most popular leader of the Indian National Congress. He presided over the Varanasi session of the Congress in 1905. Having faith in the British liberalism, the good goal of the Congress should be the attainment of the form of the government similar to that which existed in the self-governing colonies of the British Empire. His contribution was that he persuaded the British for reform by incurring huge expenditure on the British Army. He adopting the policy of racial discrimination in appointment to the higher post. He imposed production tax on the cotton. He made a strong plea on the reform of the legislative councils and separation of the judiciary from the executive by he played an important role in the passage of Minto-Morley reforms. He also served as a member of the Indian Public Service Commission and urged it to increase the share of the Indians in higher service. During his visit to England, he tried to persuade the British statesmen not to give the effect of the partition of Bengal. Servants of the Indian Society. Gokhale set up a Servants of the Indian Society in 1905. The main aim of the society was to turn national leaders who would dedicate themselves to the service of India. Some of the important members of the societies were Srinivas Shastri, Hridaynath, Kunzuru. Role of the members of the Imperial Legislative Councils was in 1902 Gokhale became the member of the Imperial Legislative Council. He pleaded a in the Council for the Reduction in Salt Duty. He also his relentless effort due to the reduction in the toll tax, he tried to introduce a bill with the view to make primary education compulsory, but he could not succeed. Being an economics, he demanded the radical changes in the fiscal policy and better jobs for the educated middle class. He impressed upon the government to reduce the land revenue. Gokhale once went to South Africa where he helped Gandhi ji to fight against the racial discrimination, and it was his credit that he persuaded Gandhi ji to return back to India, and Gandhi ji accepted Gokhale as a political mentor. Gokhale died on 15th of February 1915, and another reformer was Surendranath Banerjee 1848 to 1925. Surendranath Banerjee was the nationalist leader, popular journalist, and dedicated educationist. He was born in Bengal in 1848. He was the first Indian to qualify for the ICS, Indian Civil Service Examination. He worked as an magistrate on Assam, but he soon dismissed because he opposed the policy of racial discrimination. Surendranath was the professor of English at the Metropolitan College when he now set up his own school, which was later developed into the Ripon College. Surendranath was elected to the Calcutta Corporation and remained this member for nearly 2 decades. He was elected to the Bengal Legislative Council 4 times, and in 1921 he was appointed as the Minister of the Self Government and the Health by the Governor of Bengal. Then his contribution towards the establishment of the Indian Association in 1876. Then he created the All India Political Organization. In order to create an All India Political Organization, Surendranath converted the Indian National Conference in 1833 to Kolkata. At Kolkata, Surendranath Banerjee's Indian National Conference merged with the Indian National Congress in 1856, as both the organizations have a similar objects. His political ideas was Banerjee's opinion. His book Nation of the Making gives an account of his political concern and his views about the self-government. Banerjee started against the License Act, Arms Act, and Vernacular Press Act, and against lowering the age of 21 to 19 years to appear in ICS examination. Banerjee, popularly known as the father of Indian nationalism. So, who is the father of Indian nationalism? Surendranath Banerjee, and he breathed his last in 1925. So now see the chapter in glance. The early nationalists, then demands of the early nationalists, method of the early nationalists, their achievement, prominent leader like Dadabhai Naoroji, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Surendranath Banerjee. So that's all for today's session. We will meet in our next session with a new topic. Till then, have a nice day and take care of your health.